And good evening, folks. Welcome. How is everybody on Hump Day? On the last Hump Day before Christmas Eve. So, not only is this the last Hump Day before Christmas, but this is also the last holiday delivery stream that we're going to be doing. So we did American Truck Sim on Monday. We were doing the Christmas Winterland deliveries. But tonight we are going to be doing ETS for Christmas Winterland. All right, guys. So let's not waste any time. Let's grab a job and continue on. First of all, let me check where am I. I think I know where I am, but we'll just double check. Dan says very, very cold, and you could be moving in 2 years. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, so this is what I'm driving for ETS. This is my trusty Scania, which I was saying Monday on ETS, I'm planning to buy a new truck soon. I've been saying that for months, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I love my Scania. This is the first truck I ever bought in either game, and now I kind of like the paint job, and I like the wheels I got on it, and the raised white letter Goodyears, and just a lot of things I put into it. So I'm really happy with my Scania. I don't think I'm ever going to sell that. So yeah, I'm really happy with this guy. But anyway, Q. So since this is the first time I'm in my my Scania. Whoops, sorry. The interior mod here. This is how far I can look. Like I can't climb into the back cab, but compared to at least my Kenwood and also my Mac, this is obviously a very short sleeper bunk in the back. But yeah, you can see I can look literally everywhere in the cab, and the normal outside peak. But yeah, you can see everything. I just can't, in this particular mod, I can't crawl in the back seat like I can with the one for ATS. So, but hope springs eternal. Maybe one day somebody will actually reproduce that mod for ATS on some scale. That would be nice. ETS, rather. It is Alaskan Road Truckers now. Okay, thanks, Dan. So, Dan, what do you think of it? Because I only follow, I think, 2 people who have streamed it, but I haven't really seen them streaming it very much. All right, so where are we right now? We're in Bilbao, Spain. Oh, okay. I think this is exactly where we were when I last streamed the game like 3 weeks ago. So I have not moved. All right, so let's grab a Christmas job out of here. Oh, goodness, I can't spell. So we're going one for Rudolph's Crafts and one for, what is that? I don't know what that is. That's okay. So before I grab a job, let me take a look, see if I can refresh my memory what depots I hit Monday night. So we went to Rudolph's Crafts first. Then we took a delivery out of North Star, the post office, and then we brought a delivery back to Marigold's, the chocolate factory. So, Snowy Peaks, the Mountain Resort, Christmas Market in the town square, I have not been to yet. All right, so let's work with that. Christmas Market and Snowy Peaks is what I'm hoping for. All right. Oh crap, I just lost the other two jobs. Okay, so I can go to North Star now, which I believe is the mountain resort. Alright, so we're delivering assorted mail. Is that right? No, that's not right. North Star is a post office. That's not what I want. Okay, I think this is what I want. So we can either deliver pet food and beverages to, what is this? Christmas market or some market? I just can't read that script. All right, we'll take this one. It pays more money. Q says, I wouldn't want to crawl back there. It don't look comfortable. Hey, you know what, Q? When you are dead tired, everything looks comfortable. I mean, you'll fall asleep on a concrete sidewalk if you're tired enough, right? I mean, I shouldn't have to tell you that as hard as you work. KPR says, I finally got some working bases, but I did spend a large part of last stream actually doing story. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew you were doing mostly like side missions and, you know, leveling up. Which, after my last stream of Starfield, I decided that I've been doing enough story for now. I think I'm going to dive into some more of my side missions because they're really starting to pile up. Because you pick up side missions at random sometimes, just walking down the street. It seems like somebody just barely whispers at you.
Turn left.
And next thing you know, you got a mission, whether you actually talk to them or not, you know? Dan says, I didn't know there was a mod that you do that. I have to look into that. Yeah, Dan, there's well, this isn't even a good mod. Like, I have this on both ETS and ATS. But there's another mod that will let you not only look pretty much 360 degrees around your cab, but you literally can crawl into the back seat and and put your camera in a lay down position like you're laying in the sleeper cab. If you watch my VOD from Monday night when I streamed ATS, you'll see me demo that right at the beginning of the stream. You don't have to watch the whole stream to find it. And you can see it demoed. So yeah, because what I've really been looking for is, I was looking for not only that, but I also wanted some additional range on my outside cameras because I wanted to be able to do more sightseeing. So for example, I've pretty much unshackled the camera to do stuff like this now. Because you know how on both of the truck sims, it's like your camera is so tightly coupled to the truck itself. I mean, a lot of times, you know, for me, like I'm driving down the street and I see something cool in the game and I'm like, oh, what is that? You know, like you see a statue or some kind of landmark, and unless you're running, you know, the panoramics for some of those viewpoints they do now, you don't really get to see, you know, you don't get to sightsee. So now, basically, I've added mods, because I was complaining about that on somebody else's stream one day. And, you know, basically the streamer himself said, have you looked at the mods? And I was like, somehow, no, duh. So, in any case, basically, the mods that I'm doing now are all in the workshop, because I'm trying to simplify my mods. So I'm only using workshop mods now. So you can find these in the workshop. They're very easy to find. If you want more specific detail, let me know, and I'll be glad to whisper you the specific links and stuff, Dan. But yeah, because I kind of been crying for a free cam in ETS and ATS forever, just to be able to do stuff like this. And like I can still take pictures and stuff, you know. But yeah, that's what this is for, pretty much. All right, let's proceed with our delivery.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Katie broke the line. Oh no. So guys, because the fishing game is so popular, I have been putting more time into trying to rebalance the odds, I'll say.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
So I did make a major overhaul.
Exit now.
Now. Second. Duh, I can't count. So I did make a major overhaul in the odds and things like that.
Keep left and then turn left.
Because I found there were some additional options for the game
left.
that I hadn't been using before. So, you know, it's still not going to be a pushover, but it should be a lot more fair, and it should be, you know, a lot more, not quite so frustrating.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
So, you know, still tweaking it.
Exit now.
So just FYI on that. Fishermen and
Get ready
fisherwomen.
to turn right. Turn right.
John said, I also found a truck with a super duper flame paint job. My man truck.
Reroute.
Oh, nice. Did I miss my turn? I did.
Make a U-turn. Turn left. This is where it ends.
There's our pickup. First pickup in Europe. Here in España. I missed. Big Dan says you have a talking GPS in your truck. That's cool. Yeah, it's that's in the base game, Dan. It's not a mod or anything. It's built into the audio functions. There is a and there's a whole menu of voices. Let me just show you real quick. So, go into the audio settings. And voice navigation, just click this box right here. And you have a menu of, I think, 7 voices in English, 6 or 7. But then you also have voices in other languages if you're so inclined. But when I'm in Europe, I use Sky, UK. She's, UK with a supposedly English accent, which Dragoon's head will explode with me saying that. But then there's also a US version of it that I use when I'm driving in ATS.
Let's go. Finally, we are here.
So that's English sky, and this is US sky.
Rerouting. When possible, make a U-turn.
And then there's Doug, which is male. And he has the same thing, a UK and a US version. So, yeah, I mean, that's built into the game. There's nothing, no mods needed for that. All right, let's continue. All right, so before we do that, I need to figure out where to take my load to get us to Christmas Winterland. I think this might be the closest. What is that? That's 223 kilometers. Oh, that's further than it looks on the map. That's 201 kilometers. Really? Tell you what, let me try something else. Here. Oh, I guess that's the best we can do. 172 for this one. Why is this one longer than that? This looks closer. Oh, I see. Because I have to take this route, apparently. Alright, well, I guess we'll take that one then. That's a long way, though. It's 172 kilometers. Alright, well. Tally-ho, let's go.
Okay, here we go.
And he got him a big fat sea bass. Woo-hoo.
Turn left.
Also, Dan, I'm sorry, I don't know if I missed your answer or not, but I was asking, how do you like Alaskan Road Truckers so far? Do you have any feedback on it?
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Damn it, I just got my truck out the shop. Okay, no damage.
Exit now. Get ready to turn right.
Alright, I gotta put myself back in Euro truck mode after driving ATS
Turn
Monday.
right.
And remember about the roundabouts and the potentially left-hand
At
side
the
driving.
roundabout, take the second exit.
An incoming raid from Irascible
Exit
Sap.
now. Keep
Welcome,
right.
Sap. Welcome, Sap's Raiders. Thank you for the raid, Sap. Q says, I like your sweater. Thank you, Q. So remembering that this is the last basically stream week before Christmas on Monday, I decided to roll out my ugly Christmas sweater. And hello, Neil. Welcome, Neil. Yeah, so actually, let me show it to you real quick. So, boy, I wish I had a camera. I can do it this way. And I'll show you the bottom. So yeah, it's an ugly Christmas Star Trek sweater.
Greetings of the nearly there season, and what on earth is that? Looks like Santa crashed into a spinnery on the Enterprise.
It is indeed, Wolf, and thank you, Wolf, for the resub. Thank you for the 20 months, Wolf. Welcome. Neat, yeah. Yeah, I just bought this just before last Christmas, because I've been wanting to collect a bunch of ugly Christmas sweaters for a long time, and I just happened to see this one on sale online. I think it was on Amazon. I'm pretty sure. So I was like, that ugly Christmas sweater speaks to me because I'm a Trekkie, you know. So I grabbed it right away, and so I kind of been, heads up looking for some other ones. Yeah, but welcome, Wolfman. Good to see you. Nice Star Trek, yeah. Thanks, Aval. You gotta let Trekkie Queen know about that. It also does not count as a red shirt. Well, yeah. I mean, it is red, and I don't know if you notice, it's got the small logo on it, and if you're like super geeky, you'll realize it is the operations division insignia on it. So technically, yeah, I'm a red shirt, but not only a red shirt, I guess. Yeah, thanks, Wolf. Appreciate that. Katie says, I don't like Amazon anymore. What's £5 for delivery for an item that costs $2? Yeah. Well, I'm a Prime customer, so delivery doesn't really cost me anything anymore. Just about. Yeah, so anyway, there you go, Q. Let's proceed with our delivery. Wolf says, greetings of the nearly there season, and what on earth is that? Looks like Santa crashed into a spinnery on the Enterprise. Yeah, pretty much, Wolf. But yeah, because I mean, some of you guys may have noticed I have a collection of geeky t-shirts that I'll often wear in the summertime, spring and summer. Mostly on new game nights. Especially if I'm playing a sci-fi type game. But yeah, for the winter I would definitely like a collection of geeky, ugly Christmas sweaters. So yeah, I'm kind of on the lookout. But also, at new viewers, if anybody is kind of interested in how much of a Star Trek geek I am, there is a highlight in in our channel highlights where I kind of geek out a little bit on my Trek fandom, so catch up with that. And he said that's why I have Prime, so it doesn't bother me. Yeah. Also, the other reason I have Prime is it gives you benefits on Twitch. And the most useful benefit is that it keeps your VODs longer. So instead of your VODs getting deleted after 2 weeks, they get kept for 2 months. Although, to be honest, within the last couple of years, I had been thinking about getting rid of Prime. But I didn't like my VODs going back to only 2 weeks. But since I archive a lot of my stuff to YouTube now, it doesn't really matter. So I might reevaluate that, whether or not I'm going to keep my Prime going forward. I mean, it's got a whole lot of other benefits. So Twitch was only a small part of the calculus. We figured whether or not I was going to keep it. And also, sorry, 1 second. I apologize. Where was that? Metallicana AU, thank you for the follow. Sorry about that. I knew I saw the follow out of the corner of my eye when I was starting my demo. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. This away, that away. Yeah, that's a straight through, isn't it? Yeah. And hello, UK Sam, welcome. Stop or PC Bobby will find you 1,000 pounds. How you doing, UK Sam? Good to see you. Also, Sap, did Sap check in? I saw him raid, but I never actually saw him say anything in chat. There's Sap. Okay, he's low key. I got you. Yeah, thanks again, Sap. I don't know if you heard me say thank you, but thank you.
Right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Oh, stretch. Oh my god.
Alright, okay, so the stretch redemption. Alright, thank you. Captain Andy with the hydrate redemption. Alright, thank you, Andy. Grab that right now. Actually, I kind of needed that because my, I'll be honest, I'm a little warm in here with the sweater on. It's actually much warmer than I thought it would be when I first bought it. And I don't wear it that often, obviously. And I'll do the stretch real quick, just in a couple minutes. As soon as I find some place to kind of pull over. Assuming we don't have a scheduled break at the
How
top
much
of the
did
hour.
Santa pay for his sleigh? Nothing. It was on the house.
Boom. Yeah, I gotta get a rim shot command like Dare Tubbers has. But that's pretty good. I give you I give you 3 out of 5 Christmas trees for that one. Kill some. But good start to the holiday humor. Hey, don't you see my signal? Oh no, Katie hooked a dolphin.
Keep
Ooh,
right.
yes, Katie.
And then exit right.
Oh, is this where the hub is?
Exit
Or
right.
what do they call it? The portal, rather. Oh, there it is. I see it. Never mind. I'm going the wrong way, actually. I need to go this way. Alright, so guys, take note of the stats on my HUD there. So I'm about 50% in need of rest and, well, just a little bit under a full tank of fuel. But I noticed when we were doing the deliveries in ATS on Monday that those things get automatically reset when you go through the portal. So let's see if the same thing happens here.
Recomputing. Time to get the job done.
So, Big Dan, you can see Sky is rather enthusiastic about her job. Alright, so we are back to Christmas Winterland. I think I was using the wrong terminology on Monday. I kept calling it Christmas Wonderland, but it's actually Christmas Winterland. You know what, while I'm here, let's just take a few pictures. About, and I went nuts on pictures Monday, so I apologize for my lack of restraint Monday, guys, but I'm not going to be anywhere near that bad today. You know what? I want to change the time. Oh, cool. I was wondering where these trees illuminated, but I see a couple of them are anyway. Hey, where's my lights? Here we go. Maybe get a couple with the lights in the picture. Let's adjust the time a little bit. Or the tree lights, rather. When did they first light up? Looks about 5 p.m. Let's make it about 6 p.m. and see how it turns out. Can we do it with any clouds? Will they make a difference? Clouds don't have much definition this time of night. Okay, maybe that. Oh, that was an accident, actually. I was just trying to do this. Okay. That's all right. I guess I'll save some for the rest of the trip because there's still more villages to be seen in Christmas Winterland here. This is firing blanks. Dan says, I can tell I took a rest off, though. What's that, Dan? Drive fast on the snow. No. Generally, I try not to. Although, when I was driving on ATS Monday night, it kind of felt a lot more slippery than it feels right now. And maybe it just has something to do with the load I was pulling.
Turn right.
Because right now my traction feels pretty effortless. I mean, that can go with rest in the game. Go without resting in the game. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I have fatigue set in the game on my what I call my career profile because my objective is to simulate a realistic work day. But my other profile, my multiplayer profile, I have it turned off. But yeah, I know a lot of people don't like to even deal with the sleep cycles and whatnot. But to me, I mean, it's supposed to be a simulator, right? And you're legally obligated to take rest when you're a truck driver. You can only drive for, what is it, Q? 10, 11 hours, something like that?
Get ready to turn left.
And Q is a truck driver in real life, and he's my safety officer
turn left.
in ATS and ETS. So yeah, so he wouldn't be happy if I ignored that. 9 hours daily in the UK. Okay, so I believe we were in this area on Monday in ATS. But it was late at night, or... Oh, no, we weren't here. I don't think I've been here before. Because I definitely don't remember anybody skating. But there was another kind of downtown-looking area. And they kind of had a stage with live music happening, and then like... They were flying those paper lanterns and stuff, so that was kind of cool. This area looks similar, but obviously it's not the same area. And hello, Dare. Welcome, Dare.
Get ready to turn left.
Oh, maybe this is where it is, but it was the other side?
Turn left.
Oh, wait a minute. This looks like the area. I just didn't come this far up this street. Where are we? Which way are we facing? East, west? Do I have a compass in my truck? I don't think I do. We're facing south. Okay. Yeah, I think we came in here Monday night in ATS, but I came from a different direction, so I didn't... Yeah, I didn't come up this side, I guess. So I didn't see that other area up the road where we were saw people skating. Did you quit the game or finish it? Says Dare. If you mean, I assume you mean Deliver Us Mars. No, we're gonna finish it hopefully Saturday. Yeah, this is the same area. Okay, so that's the DJ. Hang on a second. So, yeah, we just came from the other direction, kind of towards the right of my truck right now. So, we ran the sightseeing camera around this area, right? But when I looked at the DJ here, he was like, okay, see, now he's fully modeled. Now he's like, this is a fully modeled DJ. Yeah, he's got all his limbs and everything now, and he's actually got a texture to his face. But when we came the other way, we were kind of coming down that way, and then we were turning that way. I think the game figured we weren't going to look that close, so it basically modeled this this sprite that was barely 3 dimensions, had no limbs and practically no face. So yeah, that's the kind of things that you find when you put in a camera mod like this. And yeah, okay, so they're still flying the lanterns. I see them. Yeah, the lanterns launch from kind of like right here somewhere. And most of these people we found Monday were fully modeled. Okay, yeah. But for those who didn't see this Monday, check this out. So you see all these little kiosks around this town square here? And you see this in a lot of areas in Winterland. Check this out. This is what's in the shacks. I mean, if that's not, I mean, there's not high texture, right? But if that's not liquor, I don't know what it's supposed to be. And they're like everywhere. Hush, Fluffy, or I'll hold my thoughts until then. Oh, okay, you'll hold your thoughts until then. Okay, I got you there. Oh, sorry, Dan said off to bed. Have fun all. Okay, Dan. You could be streaming early in the morning. Okay. All right, thanks for dropping in, Dan. Have a good night, man. Yeah, so... But I bet if I kind of look a little further away from my line of travel, we'll find that some of these characters have not been properly modeled. All right. So, Dragoon, we're asking, where are we? This is what they call Christmas Wonderland. It is a special map that they designed just for the annual Christmas delivery event. And also what people are... Hang on a second. Are suspecting is a test run for them to finally introduce winter conditions into the game, the main game. Oh, okay. I didn't understand the map the way I was looking at it there. Okay, I see it.
Turn left. Turn left.
Okay. So far, we don't have to do any backing in Christmas Winterland.
Find a new route.
But, see it. Can I do that? Probably not. Yeah, that looked wider than I thought it was. I thought I could, oh, I see what I could do. Never mind.
Okay, let's find a new route. Never mind. I'll find a new route.
This guy always sounds like she takes things personally. There. Yeah, so I haven't found any backing, there we go. Any jobs that required backing yet. So, not too bad. Wolfman just completed the event, and the reward items are very neat. Ah, okay. Cool. GG, Wolfman. Alright, so what was this drop-off called? It's just Town Square? Or... Man, I tell you, the music is a lot more lively than it was when we were here Monday night, too. But then again, it's one in the afternoon now. Monday when we got here, I think it was 1 in the morning. Yeah, you can kind of see where they have those paper lanterns kind of launching from the middle of the square there. I don't know if there's another name for those. Dance sexy officer sounds like a command for another tapestry. Yeah, that just means, if that's what you see, that just means that you don't have a better TTV extension plugged in. Wolf? So a lot of people use BTTV and 7TV, and I forget what the third one is. Although you can get one plugin that, you know, renders all those emotes. I forget which one I have now. But a lot of them now, you know, each one of them will still render the other services emotes. Alright, alright, so let's see. So that's 4 of the, let me reset that. 4 of the local Winterland destinations that I've been to. So Mountain Resort is the only one I haven't been to yet. What's it called? Snowy Peaks? Okay. So the other thing is each one of these areas that you drop your, you know, your deliveries to or pick up deliveries from have viewpoints. So we looked at 3 of the viewpoints on Monday night. But the one here by the town square and the one out by the mountain resort I haven't been to because I haven't been to them. So why don't we check that out while we're here, and then we'll drive out to that one.
Time to hit the road.
Also, Q, are you still hanging out?
Recompute. Turn left.
Wolfman says, with Mountain Resort, I grabbed a job from there in Winterland because jobs to there seem scarce. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't even been out there yet, so.
Turn left.
But what I'm going to try to do is grab a job out of there to, you know, right now, actually. Because I think you know, your jobs either to or from each one of the 5 points both count. If I read the rules right.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Wolfman says going from Winterland to El Paso through a portal made me chuckle as the climates are somewhat different. Yeah, it is kind of jarring, especially in ATS, because I took a job after my first delivery here. I took a job out of here to San Diego, which is, you know, all sunshine, right? And yeah, I immediately was like, you know, what a jarring contrast. I mean, this feels like, you know, Christmas. You know, you expect to see reindeer flying around, you know. San Diego? No, none of that. Oh, wait a minute. I have been to this viewport. Yeah, we did this Monday night. Okay. We did that one. So which one did I not do? I don't know. Okay, so the difference is I'm in a different game, so it's a different profile, so the collections are different. But you know what? The difference is here also that it's daytime. Whereas, like I said, when I did this one Monday, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. All right, so let's give it a try. See how it looks in the daylight. Even though the daylight here is funny, have you noticed that? Anybody? That the sun here is kind of weird, because even when I was in photo mode trying to adjust the time of day, I could never get like a good high noon sun. It's like here, the sun is always low in the sky. But maybe it's supposed to be like North Pole type thing? I don't know. Wolfman says if they see snow in San Diego, then they can call 911. Yeah. Dragoon says beginning of the month I saw snow for the first time in 3 years living in France. First time in 3 years, really? Oh. Nice scenery here, yeah. Yeah, I remember. I'm trying to think what made it come up on stream. We were chatting one time about, the same thing like Wolf just said. If they saw snow in San Diego, call 911. We were chatting about how the same thing. The same similar thing in Los Angeles. But then I looked up the stats. I googled the stats on stream and figured out that even though you don't hear it very often, they do occasionally still get snow in that area. I mean, it's rare, but it's not unheard of. Now, I mean, I'm sure they don't get much of it. But yeah, if you Google the stats on that, it's kind of surprising. There we go. That was pretty slippery. And I wasn't even pulling a load. But Monday night when we drove in here for the first time in ATS, I was saying they should have added the option to put tire chains on your truck. But then, I started getting around pretty good. Or maybe it's because I'm climbing, heading for the mountain resort. Maybe it's a higher altitude. I mean, I don't have an inclinometer in the truck like we do in Train Sim World. Wolfman says we get snow in the UK and the country shuts down in panic. Don't have huge steep hills. Yeah, where I I live now, we're on top of a hill, so. Yeah, it can be tricky.
Get ready to turn
Ooh,
left.
slippery here. Slow down a little bit.
Turn left, and then turn right. Turn right.
They're right. Wow. Look at these. Look at these embankments here of snow. God. Need some serious removal equipment to clear these roads. Man, I'm starting to get flashbacks to some of the worst snowstorms we've had here. I mean, I remember one storm here years ago. The township had to bring in, like, what do they call them? Front-end loaders instead of, like, traditional snow plows and dump trucks, because they literally had to haul the snow out of here. They couldn't just plow it to the side of the road. There was just too much of it. They literally had to put it on dump trucks and get it out of the area. So that's pretty bad. So this looks pretty cool. Wait a minute, that's a sign to Rudolph's Crafts. We're at Rudolph's Crafts. Let me see, where are we on the map? Oh, they're just saying it's not that Rudolph's Craft is near here. It's just I can take that road to get there. Yeah, it's way over here. Okay, I see. All right, so we got a viewpoint straight ahead, and then I can see if we can find a job at the mountain resort. All right, so let's see if we can track down where our next viewpoint is. And see if we can find a job around here. So one thing I did notice here in Christmas Winterland, they have a good number of hotels. But one thing the devs forgot to do was actually give us places where truckers can stop and rest. There's no place in Christmas Winterland that I've found where you can like stop and sleep. Yeah, I kind of didn't figure that out till the end of stream on Monday, you know, because our last drop-off was
is now finished.
Inside Winterland. That's where I left my truck on Monday night, and I haven't moved it since. But technically, I parked it next to a hotel just, for role play. And then I, with my new fun interior cam, I climbed into the back seat and slept. Is the way I did it. But technically in the game, there was no way for me to activate the sleep cycle because there's no real rest stops. So I think it would have been cool if they would have added like a trucker stop somewhere here, or at least next to the hotels, parking spots where you can park your truck and actually engage sleep mode if you want to. But they might, they might have felt like it wasn't necessary, because when you come in and out of here, I notice your sleep cycle and your fuel level gets reset, like magically. So I guess they're treating it like the sleep cycle like they do with the ferries. When you come in and off of ferries, your sleep cycle gets reset. So maybe that's what it is. All right. check out this viewpoint. I like the mountains here. Oh, ski lifts. Is that a ski lift or is that like a statue? Very pretty landscape. What pretty landscape? And hello, Lone Star, welcome. How you doing, Lone Star? Actually, I'm going to roll the windows down. Because I noticed when we were in here on Monday that there's Christmas music playing in a lot of areas. Snowy Peaks Market. Oh, and I see here a lot of the citizens are animated. Some places are just kind of statues because they don't expect you to kind of get up on close and look at them, I guess. Actually, you know what? Speaking of that, let's kind of sightsee a little bit. So where were the ski lifts? Out this way? Let's see if I can get the camera out here. So the camera now does have like really good range, but there's still a limit to it, so. But yeah, as you can see, I'm like really, really far. Oh, Daihatsu is a branch of Nissan, Katie? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Small, quick, 660cc engine? Oh my God. Yeah, I'm trying to think. The smallest displacement engine any car I've ever had was probably my Volkswagen Beetle. I had a Beetle way, way back when. It was a hand-me-down. Well, technically mine was a Super Beetle, so it was the bigger than the base engine. I'm thinking. I know it was air-cooled flat 4. You know, same configuration like Porsche 911s are these days, but ooh, they kind of okay. They made the texture so that you can only read it one way, unfortunately. But I'm thinking it was maybe 1 point. I don't remember now. Maybe like a 1.4 liters, I'm guessing. Yeah, nothing like 600 cc's, which is basically 0.6 liters, right? Okay, so I see where the ski lifts go to and take you, but they didn't model any personnel here. Interesting. Got some wood logs there, but not much else modeled. Okay. But yeah, all the textures are backwards. Mirrored. The lettering, rather. All right. All right, let's go find the mountain resort, the actual resort itself, and see if we can find a job. Lone Star says, what's the hotkey for rolling the windows down? I didn't know you could do that. I don't think it's mapped by default, Lone Star, but in my configuration, I have the up and down on my numpad. So I have left and right on my 4 and 6 up, and left and right on my 1 and 3 down, if that makes sense. So I put mine on the numpad. I mean, you can roll them independently, like so. But I don't think they're mapped by default. I think, well, at least when they first came out, you had to go into the settings and then map your own buttons for it. But I think in order for me to map the buttons on my numpad, I had to unmap something else. But I think it was something that I didn't mind unmapping because I had assigned the same functions to like buttons on my steering wheel, so I'm not missing anything, if that makes sense. Alright, so that is Snowy Peaks Resort. That's a nice Christmas tree there. Alright, so I gotta take some pictures. So I'm not gonna take a crap ton of pictures, like I said. Not like I did Monday. So after stream Monday, when I went back into Steam and audited, what I was gonna upload and not Steam, yeah, Steam. It ended up I kept 29 pictures from Monday. You know what? I like that scene, but let me see about the time of day. Because I notice a lot of things look much better at night than in the daytime. Although that actually looks nice because I like the mountains and the clouds. Let's try that. Wow, sky looks nice here. Look at that. They've done a pretty nice job enhancing the skybox over time. What is that? I don't even know what that building is. Alright, you know what? I think it's okay. Yes, sir. Actually, let me try to grab that one. And folks, I apologize if I'm missing stuff in chat, because chat is very busy tonight, so it's kind of scrolling quickly, and it's hard for me to keep up without tabbing out to, reposition my chat. So if there's anything particular that somebody really, really wants me to read, don't be shy about repeating it, or you can highlight it with a channel point reward. Or there's even a channel point reward where you can notify me audibly, with an alert to say, hey, you missed something important I said, stupid. So don't be afraid to use any of that stuff. Alright, so let's see. Well, I'll try to catch up a little bit. Wolf said, did notice some animation amongst the people in West Balkans on viewpoints in particular. Yeah, usually people are close to you are animated, but you know, when I run the far cam out, like I find other locations where more distant figures are less likely to be animated. You know, I guess they're trying to save you frame rates and stuff. But now that I had these camera mods, I'm seeing all the tricks they play in the game. Dragoon says, plus, these kids these days, thinking you just press a button to open windows. Back in my day, you worked out and twisted the crank. No, not back in your day either, Dragoon. You're way too young. You've never seen a crank in your life, unless you've seen a car that was, like, older than me. Yeah, because the first 2 cars I owned were hand cranks. But ever since then, you literally can't buy a hand cranked window on the market anymore. Yeah, the last hand crank car I bought was a 1985 Honda Prelude that had hand cranks on it. And everything I've had after that had power windows standard. Q says, my daughter didn't believe AC was an option in cars. Yeah, it sure was. Yeah, because my first car, my Volkswagen, did not have air conditioning. When I bought my Prelude, air conditioning was an option, but I paid for the option. And I've never not had it since then. Q says, you still have an original NES from 85 and you still got to blow and manipulate the games to work? Yeah. Lick the chip to try it? I've never heard that. But you know what? I don't even hardly use my bank card physically anymore because every place pretty much that I shop now takes NFC, so you just wave your phone at it. I rarely take my actual cards out of my wallet anymore. Alright, Dragoon says I'm ancient, I'm 29. Yeah. No, by the time I was 29, Dragoon, the cars that I was buying new then did not have hand cranks anymore. Yeah, I was in my early 20s when my last car had hand cranked windows. All right, so yeah, so, I mean, it's a good abundance of jobs here, Wolfman. At least, you know, outbound. Maybe, yeah, like you said, inbound, maybe the jobs to this particular location were pretty rare, but yeah, you could take them outbound. Looks like plenty here. All right, so you know what? I'm just going to take it by whoever pays me the most money. I don't care. Might as well make the most money we can while we're in here. So, what is this? Poland? Ohio, Poland? However you pronounce that. Naples, Italy, we know that. St. Petersburg, Russia. Istanbul. Turkey, I guess, right? León in España. What is this? Austria? The A? Klagenfurt. Portugal is P. Oh, Portugal is P. Okay, thank you. Poland is PL. Okay. Outbound there are plane for sure. All right. We overfish guys have gone extinct. Yeah. Yeah, I might have to reduce the cooldown on that again, or increase it anyway. Because I lowered it since people started playing, because some of you guys were getting frustrated when you know, you would try to refish. But I might increase it again. So just fair warning. All right. So I'm just gonna take. What'd you say? Portugal? Portugal's P. Wolfman said, yeah. Zaval says young and yeah. Oh man, Zaval, I don't know. So looking at people like Dragoon, I remember the good old days when I was only twice his age. All right, let's grab that. 7,398 euros.
Let's do this.
All right, so there's a pickup. Magically appeared right ahead of us. Also, and I'm sorry, I think I keep asking Q if he's hanging out, because I keep trying to ask him something and then I get caught doing something else and forget. So Q, if you're there, let me know and I'll ask you real quick before I forget yet again. Well, says I remember having a TV with remote. We had to exercise.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Change channel? Had to exercise to change channel.
Turn
You mean
left.
without a remote? Yeah, me too.
It was a nice ride.
Why am I getting pathing? Hold on a second. Reset navigation. Okay. That was kind of a glitch. Or maybe I clicked something by accident. I don't know.
Ready to roll.
There's Q. Did you say my name? Yes. Q, I'm sorry. I said I've been trying to ask you a question all night, and I keep asking for you, and then getting tied up doing something else, and I forget. So I apologize for that. Yeah. But what I was going to ask you, Q, is do you have any tips for how you accurately back up and hit your kingpin? Because I've switched on my main profiles the option for realistic, you know, hooking up to your trailer. I forget exactly what they talk about. They call it. You know, just as a personal challenge. And I can do it, but it's really tricky. So I was just wondering, do you have any tips you could give me? Yeah, I think I missed again. Without a remote, my G's, I tell you, is bad. Heisenberg over here. It looks like I should be aligned pretty good, but... Oh, I got it. Never mind. You're only supposed to back under a trailer straight on, but that's pretty much it, really. Okay. So, just patience, I guess. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I mean, just like when I was trying to figure out how to first drive a steam train, I was like, I have to know how it actually works to understand what I'm doing, right? So I looked up like a bunch of YouTube videos for that just to get an idea of, well, what am I actually doing when I'm running steam train controls, right? So I've been doing the same thing with, semi trucks, trying to figure out how the fifth wheel and kingpin, right? How it actually works when you couple, not that that's going to help me aim better, but I don't know. I guess I just figured somehow it would inform my understanding a little better about,
Okay, here we go.
what I'm doing, what I'm trying to connect, I guess. But it seems like it's automatic once you kind of get it in the slot. It's nothing else to do, right? Just kind of clicks and locks. You're only supposed... I'm sorry, I read that one. Q says, I will try to video tomorrow when I go to leave. Oh, okay. I know in game it's kind of weird, but in real life, just be straight with it. Okay. Alright, thanks, Q. Alright, so this is kind of confusing because it's more like a whirly thing.
Turn left.
Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? Before we pull out of here, oh, it looks like you can actually drive to the top of that mound. Oh, that is a statue. I saw that in the panoramic, and I was like, is that actually a real, gondola car or something? Or ski lift? I didn't know what it was. But it's not connected to anything. Oh, okay. Hey, you know what? Now I'm wondering, do they have any photo, what do they call it, photo trophies here? I didn't see any on the map, just viewpoints. I don't see any. Alright, so there's 5 viewpoints. I know I've done 4 of them now. One of them twice, but I don't know which one I didn't do. Did the post office, did the one by Rudolph, because it's by the skating pond. Oh, maybe I didn't do the one by the chocolate factory, because I remember driving past here and seeing there's a train station here, which is kind of cool. No, I did do that one. I remember doing it. I did do that one. On ATS, anyway. Did this one driving in. Okay, I might be confusing myself. I think I did do them all. On different profiles, but, just between the 2 streams, Monday on ATS and today on this one, I think I did do them all. Dragoon says, right, trailer, being straight with you. I can't drive for shiz, so hop on, let's go for a ride. see, what time is it in game? 1707 hours. Lone Star says to access the wintry routes, did you have to download a DLC? No. No, just there's an update that gives you this area, Lone Star, so just make sure you have your game fully updated.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Alright guys, I'm going to roll the windows up because unlike Monday night, the game is back to full throat. See, there's another hotel there. Right? Man, these drifts. Yeah, see, this is why I couldn't move to Colorado like our friend M. Young or Dare Titters. Because I am just over snow. I could not deal with this much snow. Whoa, slippery there. Every time I hit the Jake brake, it kind of starts getting a little squirrely. Whoa, I saw lightning. Just up to the right. There it is again. Lone Star says it updated. The main background is all snowy and such, but I can't find the Christmas missions. Okay. So real quick, let's give our friend Lone Star a hand. So the way this works, Lone Star, is if you go to the top bar, it always shows whatever events are running currently. Thunder, snow, a real thing? Yeah. All right, so what you can do is you can say browse contracts here, or if you go into the regular job market, what you're looking for is external contracts. So external contracts is always usually how you get the seasonal promotion, whatever, delivery event they have running. So if either one way you click in, you'll get this, right? So here, I'm getting all the Christmas jobs. What you're looking for is these Christmas delivery jobs. And you can also tell by the trailer because it has this kind of livery on it. Or you can just go to the list like this and filter and just type, if I can type correctly this time, Christmas. And then it'll filter just those jobs. And then you just click them and take whatever you want. So in my particular case, what I'm doing is I'm running a load of Mountain Gift Fun Packs. So I'm taking it from Mountain Resort, which is inside this Christmas Winterland, and I'm delivering it out to Portugal. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, thanks, Katie. I appreciate you hanging out late, on my weeknight streams. And actually, I appreciate all the folks who are kind of further east of me and in much later time zones than I'm in, dropping in and visiting. So, yeah, I really appreciate that. All right, let's continue. I'll have to sleep shortly, though. My earbuds are empty. Gotcha. Oh. No headlights. Silly me.
Get ready to turn right.
Which reminds me, we do have
Turn right.
automatic headlights, which I don't use. I used automatic high beams, but I don't use the automatic headlights. And there's automatic windshield wipers. I think that's the setting. Okay. Dragoon says, I always love joining your streams. Keeps me company on my nights. Oh, thanks, Dragoon. I think that's funny. You were saying, I don't know how long, you know, after you had seen me hanging out on Nicholas's stream, and you were like, wait, you stream? It's like, yeah, I've been streaming for 5 years. And now we can't get rid of him, guys. Kappa. Kidding, Dragon. No, you're welcome, man. I'm glad we can keep you company while you're at work.
Rerouting. Drive safe.
Jack Gavin 921, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hang on a second. Where did they stick me this time? Okay. So where is my... So it's raining here. It's raining so loud I couldn't even tell my engine was running. Hang on a second. Yeah, it is. Okay. Better if you keep doing company jobs till you can buy your own truck outright. Oh, right, because Lone Star was saying he doesn't own a truck yet. Yeah, I mean, technically, Lone Star, you could take a loan and buy a truck. And hello, Spud. Welcome, Spud. Dragoon says I'm a disease, sadly, so good on another car. About 9 months before I was born. Yeah, we all are, in that regard, Dragoon. Except for Spud. He was hatched in Idaho. Can't park there. Welcome, Spud. How you doing, man? I hate to do blindside reverses. Really hard to do. Except, get out and look. Who was it? Somebody told me, they gave me acronyms for those rules. If you're not sure, get out and look. GOAL, like G-O-A-L. And I forget what the other one was, but I wrote it down somewhere. I think maybe Q told me that. Oh, yeah. And I forget what the other one is, but I haven't tried to recite it in a long time. Might be Q. Yeah, probably was Q. Yeah, I'm okay.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
And I see all the wipers are not working like I thought they were. Alright, hang on a second. I know I made changes to the wipers on ATS on Monday. I could have sworn I already did those changes on ETS, but maybe not. Wipers here. Oh, I sure didn't. I could have sworn I did. Maybe if I don't understand. All right, no big deal. Right. All right, we'll do that. See if that works any better. I try to keep my settings between ATS and ETS identical so that I don't have any kind of learning curve jumping from one to the other. Well, not learning curve, but adjustment. Sevilla. Been there.
Exit
Love it.
now.
That's supposed to be the automatic setting.
Take the second
Oh, now
exit.
it's working. Never mind. That should be off. Okay, it's working now. There we go. I got it. Also, you know what? I didn't look on the map to see
Exit
where
now.
we exited the portal. I know where we're headed, but I didn't know where we ended up. Oh, I'm still going right.
Keep right.
John said, caution, real slow truck, CRST, American Trucking Company. Ah, okay. Did I go broke yet, Digby? I've heard that before in other contexts, John. It's backward by, it's yes, by God I did. Oh, no good. Oh, that's pretty cool. No, I never heard that one. Wolfman said, my favorite one of them is KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, we use that in IT also, information technology, programmers, stuff. So I'm sure that's used in a lot of contexts. If you guys remind me after I drop this off, I'll actually look it up, the other one that I can't think of, because I know I jotted it down. Q told me, or whoever told me. Just can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, it was both when I was learning how to, back the truck for real. Which, when I first started playing this, I it was, you know, let's be honest, it was a shit show. My first few streams, I was trying to learn how to actually back. But then I got goal, and I said, look, if you're not sure exactly how you're aiming, throw the truck in park, get out and look. And the other one. And both of them made so much sense to me. I was like, oh yeah, I can just get out and check. Duh. Silent Night Wolf says, must call it a night. Have a good Christmas if we don't speak again before then, night all. Good night, Silent Night Wolf. Thank you so much for hanging out. Yeah, so just an FYI, I am planning to stream on Saturday. So if anybody is around to hang out on Saturday night, I am streaming my normal time on Saturday night, hoping to finish Deliver Us Mars. I believe we're near the end, so I'm expecting to finish it on Saturday. So I'll at least be streaming then. But I will be taking off next Monday because it is the Christmas holiday. Katie says you'll be here. Thank you, Katie. So I will be taking off Monday. I probably will be back the following Wednesday. I think. Well, I'll tell you what. Between Christmas and New Year's, I'm playing it by ear as far as when I'm going to stream. I just know each one of those Mondays I'm taking off. You know, New Year's Day, Monday, and Christmas Day, Monday. I'm taking those days off. But Saturday, this coming Saturday is definitely planning to stream that. How much fuel do I have? Full. Oh, that's right. We came through the portal, so of course I'm full. And rested. Okay. Okay, so our windshield wipers stopped. I guess the automatic wipers are working okay. Although I wish it would do one more sweep to clean those last raindrops off. So I guess I got to do that manually. Toll paid. Wow, phantom
right,
toll.
and then exit right.
Didn't even see the toll and got charged.
Exit right.
Nice racket. Where are we? Are we in Portugal or are we still in Spain? Can't tell. Another semi behind me. Looks like a Renault, maybe? I think he was hauling trailer. Looked like it says Chevron, but I'm not sure. I don't know if Chevron's a thing in Europe.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
How discovered? No, we're in Portugal, I guess, because this is our destination city.
Now.
I just didn't notice if the portal brought us directly into Portugal or are we driving in from Spain? I wasn't sure. Portugal is said Algarve. Okay, thanks, Kate. Portugal, Spain, same difference, just don't tell them that. Accept the language. I do speak some Spanish, but I even tried to casually start picking up some Portuguese. And,
At the roundabout, take the third.
I couldn't even start reading it. I was like, wait a minute. This is a lot different than I expected. Maybe I'll try again one day. I got a lot more spare time these days.
Exit now.
Although, given the chance, I'd probably rather brush up on my French.
Go straight on.
Because I used to get a lot more practice of my Spanish, because my girlfriend
At the
at
roundabout,
the time was
take the second exit.
a native Spanish speaker. But I don't get as much practice as I used to since we broke up.
Exit now. We are finished.
And then I remember when I traveled to France for the first time, my girlfriend at the time then, she was fluent in French. I mean, she wasn't French. She's American like me, but she's been speaking it for so long, she was fluent. So I got a lot of practice with her. So let me see. So Monday night, I didn't do any, traditional backups. I kind of did a lot of dump and runs. Let's play it safe tonight. So we'll get a little bit of XP for this. Good. Dragoon says, I speak French. I casually picked it up. Need to do the same for Japanese, Chinese, Korean. Yeah. Well, you said you're fluent in French, right, Dragoon? But I mean, it helps being immersed in it, of course. I mean, you live in France now. And good night, Katie. Thanks for being here. Thank you for modding as always. Really appreciate it. And hopefully see you Saturday, Katie, if not before. Sleep well. Pretty fluent now? Yeah, because I had been learning Spanish for years before I first went to Europe. I mean, we took a trip to both Spain and France on the same trip. I did pretty good in Spain, even in the Catalan areas. I did my best with French, but I kind of had more or less taken a crash course in French. I had picked it up maybe only, I don't know, a couple months before we took our trip there. And I, even on the shelf behind me there, I had all kinds of French learning materials. But when I started learning Spanish, I took classes at community college. I went to Berlitz, and, I took formal training in it. So I was further along than trying to learn French. But, still, I think it's arrogant to go to another country if you don't at least learn survival phrases, right? Try to make everybody speak your language, right? Even though a lot of people speak English these days. I at least try. So, I remember going to France, and I always would try to initially speak French. So I know I sucked because people, I guess they thought it was sweet that I tried, and they'd always be like, okay, it's fine, sir. We speak English. Just tell me what you want, So I was like, okay, thank you. I tried, So, but in Spanish, I usually was able to actually, in Spain, I was actually able to, you know, hold decent conversations at least basic conversations anyway. All right, so let's grab a job out of here. But, you know. All right, so have I visited? Okay, so I've visited all 5 areas now in Winterland, I believe. Yeah, 5 of 5 unique depots. Okay, good. So it doesn't matter where we take our depots to now, or depots to or from now, rather. All right, good. I don't know the name of the business that we just delivered to. Is this the same business? All right, it doesn't matter. We're going for the bucks. Let's just take the biggest paying job and away we go.
Let's do this.
And Speedy Gaming says, "What's up, Kojo? What's up, Speedy? Welcome, Speedy. How you doing?" Dragoon says, "Even now I speak French. I get, oh, do you even speak French?" Yeah, what was that, Saval? What was that you said earlier to Dragoon? He made a comment about you speaking Dragoon some kind of way. Oh no, I'm thinking of something totally. I'm way off base. Saval has said Dragoon is a good jokester. And hello, ADR, welcome. So welcome, guys. Happy Hump Day. Happy last Hump Day before Christmas. Actually, I think it is here. My pickup is here, isn't it? Yeah, there it is, right there. How convenient. Oh, Speedy, you were doing Radio Not this your last stream. Oh, cool. Because our friend Q Diggity was playing that last night. I was hanging out on his stream. And he's still trying to learn it, but he said he's getting to the point where he's ready for some live play partners. Because he's had enough of the AI. Been a while since you played it? Okay. I'm a little off. See that without getting any closer. And ADR recently streaming Train Sim World. Also, ADR, I was peeking your YouTube channel a little earlier. I saw you said you're trying a new game. Tear It Down or something like that. What was that? Q says, yeah, suck. There we go. Got it. Alright, I'm getting a little better at it, Q. I'm getting better. Alright, so let's take a look at our trip. Oh, there's a viewpoint right here. Let me see, where are we? So, and I apologize for the pronunciation, Ohio. This is in the very southern tip of Portugal. Ah, okay. I haven't spent that much time in Portugal, especially not southern Portugal. Even though I have been working a lot in Spain. You know what? Let's drive to that, and then we'll find our portal out of here. So where's our closest portal? I guess right here. All right. So also, are our waypoints in the right order? Because I remember last time we streamed ETS, I clicked 2 things in a row like that, and it somehow reversed my waypoints. It was kind of weird. So make sure I don't get caught with that again.
Time to hit the road.
Is it Teardown you're thinking of? Says Wolfman. Then that is good fun. ADR says, yeah, that was Game of the Month on PS Plus. It is Teardown, ADR? Oh, cool. Dragoon says, Speedy, you can stream on that? Damn, I am old. So yeah, Speedy, I was telling Q I knew at least one streamer who streams Ready or Not, and that's our friend Strange Sauce, who I haven't seen in a while. I guess he's been on hiatus from the stream. I'm pretty sure Q knows Strange Sauce, so I thought maybe, you know, if he's looking for somebody else to play with, Strange would probably be glad to play with him. But I didn't know you played, Speedy. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to force you guys on each other. But yeah, I know Q was looking for other people to play with. So Speedy said today was the first stream you did on TikTok. Oh, no kidding. Okay. Oh, you're 50-50 on the update you meant, Speedy. Okay, I got you. I'm sorry. Yeah, Dragoon, I didn't know people streamed on TikTok until our friend, who you may or may not have seen on the channel here, Erin Fitzgerald, who does stream on Twitch. She basically had been streaming on TikTok all summer long. And that was the first time I even knew people live streamed on TikTok the same way they stream here. Speedy says, I'm always looking for people to play games with. Okay. All right, well, I mean, I can personally vouch for both of you guys, because you're both very cool people and, you know, good streamers and cool human beings. So, did I release my break? I did. What did I forget to do? Why am I having trouble moving forward? If you want to stream on TikTok with a PC, you have to have 3,000 followers. Oh, okay. What did I do? Hang on a second. Maybe my brake pressures are down? So that's a problem I have sometimes. I seem to empty my brake lines and have to recharge them now. They're full up. I am linked. I mean, I'm hitched to my trailer, right? Can I back up if I wanted to? No, I can't move. What is going on? Stalled. Try again. All right. So I remember having problems like this and I trace it down to the traction control system. But I thought I turned it off. Let's find out about that. Oh, it's on. Did I turn it back on? Because two things I was having problems with, the air brake simulation and the traction control. I ended up turning both of them off. All right, well, let's just try that. I don't know what happened. Parking brake? No. Because I get the red light on my dashboard if it's the parking brake. What the hell? So it's not traction control. What the hell is it? There's like nothing around. I'm not on a hill. I'm not going over a speed bump. There's literally nothing. All right. What is the hotkey for locking the differential? I don't remember what it is. Let me try that. I mean, normally you do that when you're in like in a muddy surface. V? Okay, thanks. And hello, DJ. VJ says, looks like your truck's too high and getting caught on the trailer. Hence why your truck's lifting. How does that happen? I mean, that's not something I control, right? Oh, okay. So I see an indicator there if I lock the differential. Okay. Huh. So literally my traction wheels are getting lifted. I don't know what to do about that. I have no damage. Doesn't look connected. No, it's definitely connected. I mean, I'll put it this way. From a game function, yes, it's definitely connected. But maybe from a physics standpoint, some kind of weird way it's not. And I don't know why. Actually, my landing gear is still down. Alright, there's some weird shit going on here. I can't tell. I don't understand what's going on. I mean, I could kick the job and grab another one, I guess. I hate to abandon jobs. You get a penalty. Disconnect and reconnect. Yeah, I thought about doing that, but there's a reason I don't like to do that, so I'm trying to avoid doing it. Because the lights are on, but the semis, but not on the trailer. Well, no, it's not that, because if I wasn't connected to the trailer, if I drove forward, I'd just leave the trailer behind. So it's not that. It's not connected. I mean, it has to be something, because I'm not I mean, because if I wasn't connected, it wouldn't have went to the next stage of the delivery. You're high hooked. Alright. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't want to do that. Let me try something else. It's going to cost me some money, but... Oh, no, it's going to cancel delivery anyway. If I do that. All right, I don't want to do that then. All right. We'll just do it. It's fine. Oh. Well, it just completed. I didn't have to unhook it. It just completed the hook. All right, whatever. Let's go. Huh. That is weird. I have never seen that before. All right. So I think I falsely blamed traction control. Let's turn it back on. But I mean, I have been playing with where is it? That one. I have been playing with the where is it? Advanced trailer coupling. So maybe that's part of why it was having that issue. I've never had it do that before though. So Q, what does high hooked mean? I don't even know what that actually means.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now. Go straight on.
Did I set the destination? I guess I did. I got a path, right? I did. Okay. Anyway, welcome, DJ. How you doing tonight, man?
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Q says when the trailer is set too high and the pin hooks to the coupling too high, that's how 90% of drivers' trailers fall off while driving. Huh. Okay.
Exit now.
He just says, doing good. How about yourself? I was doing good until then. But, you know, I've been up into realism on my truck simulators, just trying to learn more stuff.
Take
So
the second exit.
I guess that's how you learn, right? Because I have never heard of that before.
Exit now.
Q says, always have to physically go under there and make sure it's seated properly in the coupling. Oh, okay. So it's not as easy as it looks, I guess. Because it looks like once you get the kingpin in the slot, it's just going to slide right
At the
in
roundabout,
and
take
lock.
the first exit.
But I guess not quite that easy, huh? I mean, I thought maybe it was, you know, a binary operation. Either it locks in or it doesn't. But obviously it's a little more complicated than that. Pharaoh discovered. Cool. So I have.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
I think it said. Looked like it said 28 of 51 locations discovered. What? Where I looked, there was nothing. My God, where'd you come from? Wow, and rolled straight in front of me to boot. Come on, idiot.
Keep right. Exit now.
ETS.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Straight through.
Exit now.
Kamikaze. Kojo observes no moral law. I try to observe, Spud. But I can't account for these demon AIs. Trying to get a slice of the pie.
And then exit right. Exit right.
Wolfman says, I think some of the AIs have been at the seasonal clown juice. I would love me some seasonal clown juice right about now, Wolfman. To go with my seasonal clown sweater. Ugly Christmas sweater. I don't think you were here earlier, Wolf. When we started the stream, I was showing off my ugly Christmas sweater. So yeah, I admit to looking like a clown while I'm in it. You did say it, okay. Wow, these phantom tolls, how does that even work?
Keep right, and then exit right.
Man, you don't even see them, and they just take the money. Dragoon says I may or may not have had 3 of them. Dragoon, I thought you were at work. Are you allowed clown juice at work? Alright, how many miles is it to my, 65 miles from here. Okay. Excuse me, kilometers. It's ETS. And I got 6 hours before my next rest stop. But we'll pick up the portal in 45 minutes. So, yeah, we'll be okay. Start of road tour. phone says I'm at work, so it's free. Alright, so I think we'll lock into cruise and let the adaptive cruise control go to work. And right away, it looks like it's working. Although, the adaptive cruise on this is missing a feature that I have on my adaptive cruise in my real car. You can adjust the minimum distance at which it'll follow somebody. So like right here, as far as I'm concerned, I'm a little too close behind the guy in front of me. So in my car, I have a steering wheel control that I can increase the distance. So I think it has like up to 4 presets that you can dynamically say add this much more, you know, following distance. If it's in the game, I don't know where the controls are. I guess I can check. Because we're coming up on the portal anyway.
Exit right.
Oh, this is the same place where we arrived. Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's the closest portal. Although... or is it? Maybe it isn't. No, it might not be. No, this is definitely a different one because I remember when we arrived, I had to back out of the landing spot, which I'm not a big fan of. Q says my Freightliner is set to 250 feet and I can't change it. Oh, okay. So I guess that's not a common feature in semi trucks. Man, it's pretty dark. I can't actually see. Oh, there it is. I knew there was a truck sitting there. I just couldn't see it. Okay. Am I close enough? I'm close enough.
Finding a new route.
I'm sure a doctor can make it smaller. What? That or an accountant. Alright.
Time to get the job done.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, my spunky little nav. Alright, so yeah, not any sleep required. Doing these jobs. See, what time is it? It is 20 after midnight. Alright. Off to bed, folks, for me. Good night. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Q. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for modding. Have a good day tomorrow. See you Saturday. Okay. See you Saturday. Or I'll see you before that if you stream before then.
Get ready to turn left.
Northern Lights! Hold it. Oh, we gotta get a screenshot of that. I didn't even know that was a thing in the game. Check it out. Very cool. I don't even know that I can do better on a picture. There we go. I'll get my entire rig in the picture. Very cool. And hello, Scott. Welcome. Q says, I leave tomorrow afternoon and won't be back till Saturday. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're going over the road. Okay, Q. Yeah. Yeah, good luck, Q. Be safe, man. That is really cool. Oh, wait. I got to get the picture with the moon in the corner. That I've got to do. All right, let's try that a little tighter. Yeah, I promised you guys I wasn't going to take anywhere near as many pictures as I did on Monday night. But I have a feeling the body count is starting to add up. Alright, so real quick before we continue, because I don't think I have any mods left, I have to give our boy Q Diggity a shout out. He was doing, yeah, Rudder at night, not last night I was hanging out on his stream. So please give him a follow, check him out. He primarily does simulators like me. He is also a professional truck driver, so if he tells you something about how trucks work, he knows his shit. And how you doing tonight, Scott? Happy pre-Christmas Hump Day Eve to you, Scott. That is really cool with the, I should use a technical term, I guess, the Aurora Borealis in there. I did not expect that was going to be a thing.
Turn right.
Might take one more picture. Alright, big deal. Wait, is this the right spot? No, it is not. Duh. What did I do? Actually, I can cut out that way, it looks like. Alright, so I kind of made a little foobar as we were transitioning to our break. One of my hotkeys, well, I didn't pause the game itself properly as we were switching out the break. So one of my hotkeys is the same as the key to uncouple your trailer. So I had to uncouple it and recouple it real quick. And hello, Red Mozzie, welcome. Welcome, Mozzie. How you doing, man? So even though that's not really a big deal in game, with my setup, it is. So you guys see kind of at the very top of the screen, the overlay that, you know, always shows how many miles I have left from my job, what I'm delivering, what my destination is, all that. So that's a third-party script that I use on both ETS and ATS. It was written by our friend and former mod, the late great Daffy's, and it taps into the telemetry server that, you know, SES uses for your game. But it has this weird thing where when you disconnect your trailer and reconnect it resets, as far as it's concerned, the job information. Which is why I didn't, when I started this job and we were having trouble with the trailer being coupled properly, which is why I didn't want to uncouple and recouple the trailer if I didn't have to. Luckily, it turned out we just weren't fully coupled somehow. Because I didn't want to reset the telemetry, because there's no way for me to recover it until I get my next job. So it's, you know, it's a small thing, but it's kind of annoying. Alright, so we're back in the Christmas square. Hang on a second. Oh, you're welcome, Mozzie. Good to see you, man. Even at this late hour. Hope you're having a good hump day night. I mean, I see it saying you are a slacker. Yeah, exactly. Because that's the message that I have it, you know, set to show when you're in between jobs. So I mean, I customize that message myself. But if I disconnect the trailer, it thinks my job is over, even if I reconnect it. So, yeah. All right, but anyway, let me see if I can grab another picture now that the Aurora Borealis has made its appearance. If I can do something with that. Yeah, we've been in and out of here at nighttime a couple times now, but I've never seen this before. So I think that looks pretty awesome. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, okay, I know where our drop-off is going to be. It's where we did our first drop tonight.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Can I go through there? That looks pretty tight. I don't know if I can go through. Yes, I can. It is tight, but I should be able to go through.
Turn left.
Mozzie says, nice. Where are you on the map? We are in what they call the... oh, no, I'm not going here. I'm sorry.
Turn left.
Wait, am I going here? We're in what they call Christmas Winterland, which is the special map they created just for the Christmas deliveries this year. That is where our delivery is, right? The GPS just went nuts. Why does it... There we go. I don't know why I did that. All right.
Time to hit the road.
You haven't done ETS in weeks? Yeah, it's in...
Turn left.
It's you know, the annual Christmas, you know, holiday deliveries. So you're hauling Christmas themed trailers and all that kind of stuff. Oh, this one has a gingerbread man house on it. I hadn't noticed that one. They have several different ones. Too bad. Aurora Borealis is in the other direction. I can't get it in that picture. But yeah, this year they gave us a, like this, you know, Christmas Wonderland type place to make the deliveries in. So the promotion is you do deliveries either to or from this this little town, and it's actually a pretty diverse town. It has 5 different major attractions in it. Yeah, we did this for ATS on Monday night, and now tonight I'm doing ETS. Actually, that looks pretty good. Let me make one more. Sorry, guys. I know I said I wasn't going to take a crap ton of pictures like I did Monday, but I like this area, especially at night. But like you said, Mozzie, it looks really cool. So Monday night, Mozzie, just coming in and out of here on ATS. By the end of stream, I took 29 screenshots. Well, I kept 29 screenshots. I actually threw some out. So yeah. Well, I'm stuck on something. There we go. How about we... Yeah, it's a little too far. Got the moon in the shot. That should be pretty good. All right. Yeah, and then also, Mozzie, I've been showing off since Monday. I have a mod on my camera stuff now, where I have unshackled the minimum distance of our free cam, just because I've always wanted a free cam in ETS and ATS so you could do sightseeing away from your truck rather than being handcuffed like right to the truck. So yeah, so I have this now. So you can kind of course, doing this, you see some things you're not supposed to see, but it means you can appreciate, you know, some other detail that you otherwise weren't able to because you're driving past everything. And, oh, actually, that's a good shot right there. I'm going to take it. Actually, I should get a little bit of the square with the Christmas tree in it. I don't know if I got that before. Can I get that in? That, I guess that looks like a city hall or something, township hall. Yeah, I think I can get both. Clipped it a little bit. There we go. Anyway, let's finish off our delivery. then, yeah, got our maneuvering bonus. Yeah, they don't ask you to back any of your deliveries here in Christmas Winterland, but get a little bit of XP. All right. Lone Star says, I found out why I can't see the Christmas stuff. I don't have a World of Trucks profile set up. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, you do have to see that. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen World of Trucks, Lone Star, but it's pretty cool. You have like a driver's log in there and quite a few other things. Yeah, it's pretty deep. There's a little photo album in there, but it's, you know, it's limited in how many pictures you can have. So it's nothing as good as the one in Steam, because, you know, obviously Steam's photo album is pretty much unlimited. All right, so there's another hotel right there. They do kind of have these hotels all over the place, but they don't have any place where you can like park to sleep if you do that. Actually, before we do that, so let me think. Is there any place we haven't been on this map now? Because there's 5 main attractions. So tonight we've done the mountain resort, back and forth to the town square. Monday night in ATS we did the post office, the arts workshop, and the chocolate factory. Is there any place else we haven't been to? And also the viewpoints. Did I do all the viewpoints? I think I did. Lone Star said it would be nice to travel to more states. I just have California plus the free DLC states. Yeah. Well, Lone Star, tomorrow a Steam sale starts. So you might be able to grab a couple of the states on sale starting tomorrow that you don't have already. You know what? I think I'm wrong. I do not think I did the viewpoint here. I'm just realizing, because when we came to the post office on Monday, I kind of drove in, I think this way maybe, and we just stopped at the post office and took like a crap ton of photographs, but I never actually did the viewpoint here. So why don't we go check that out? That's a thing I did not do.
Drive safe. Turn left, and then turn right.
What are you doing with the navigation tonight, Sky? She's kind of going nuts. I think my navigator is having stream brain, guys.
Time to get the job done.
Yeah. All I gotta do is turn right, Sky. I don't have to go on loop.
Turn left, and then
loop.
turn right.
No, I'm not doing that. But yeah, it is a really nice area. Mazu says, I'm watching in bed, so if I go quiet, I fall asleep nearly 4 a.m. here. Yeah, no problem, Mazu. Thanks for lurking. But yeah, you can see here in the Christmas Winterland, they have like skaters on ponds and stuff. Well, I think that one's a rink, but they have other places that are lakes that there's skating on. All kinds of nice little touches. Lone Star says, thanks for mentioning the Steam sale. I was noodling around the Steam store looking at all the states, and I was going to come back and ask when it was. You remember it mentioned? Yeah. Yeah, it starts tomorrow, so you're in luck. So I think for those of us here in the U.S., Lone Star, I think they start. I think the Steam sales always start at 10 p.m. 10 a.m. West Coast time,
Get ready to turn left.
I believe. I might be wrong, but I think so.
Turn left.
Alright, I'm not sure I've been this way before. Is that a train track up above us? Excuse me. I think it is. So they also have a train that runs through here. I haven't seen it tonight, but we saw it run by a couple times on Monday night. And the other weird thing about the Christmas Winterland is there's never any other AI traffic here. So you pretty much have the route to yourself.
Get ready to turn right.
Although I think it would be fun to kind of do like a party doing convoys and see your friends like, you know, constantly running in and out of here on the roads around you, doing deliveries. That would kind of be fun. If in doubt, check home bundle says Dragoon Raid. Oh, slippery, slippery. Slow down. And then also, Lone Star, there's cdkeys.com. They often have discounts on Steam keys. Matter of fact, that's where I bought Train Sim World 4 this year for the first time. It was actually cheaper on Steam on CD keys than buying it on Steam directly, you know, at launch, even with my
Turn left.
my loyalty discounts. So check there also. I mean, they'll have, you know, sales even when Steam is not on sale. Where's the viewpoint? Should be here somewhere. Oh, it's up ahead. I see it.
Here we are. Safe and sound.
Of course, it is 4 a.m. here in game. So, I don't know how much we're going to be able to see. But we'll try. All right, let's see what there is to see. And did I miss it? I think I missed my, I sure did. I overshot. My bad. Take two. No, we did do this Monday night. I'm sorry, I forgot. Because I remember the boat. But that's okay, because there might be people watching tonight that weren't here Monday night. I don't mind doing it again. I mean, they are separate games, so. And there's the train. Woohoo! Looks superb. It is. Yeah, I seen some people in other chats during the week on. Yeah, I remember the dog too. On Twitch, Mozzie. And some of them were like, I don't know. They were kind of meh about the whole, Christmas Winterland thing. But I like it. I think they did a nice job with it. I think it looks cool. And I think it's got a nice it's got a nice spirit about it. I think they did a nice job. I mean, there's a couple things they probably could have done better, but I mean, it's also they didn't have to do this at all. Wolf says I have a reputation as a Grinch and I like it. People like to moan. Yeah, they like to something. I don't know. Saval says people will complain about anything. Yeah, it's always going to be that guy, right? Somewhere. Or gal. Who's too cool for whatever it is. Yeah, I played it for 5 minutes and I'm over it, man. It's just, there's always going to be somebody. But I think it's cool. And even with, kind of my, some of my camera mods, I've been able to like zoom around and look at some of the details, from different angles rather than just, 10 meters from your truck. And I just, I think it's cool. I like it. So I'm glad I was able to get 2 streams in of this week before Christmas. And there's the train. So it wasn't this one, but it was another train station. Actually, you know what? I was gonna kind of pull up here and park my truck. While we're at it, since Mozzie is watching, he didn't see this probably. We'll zoom in. I'll show you the train before it gets away. Oh, I didn't notice this pier here on Monday. It's got a little lake. Oh, people are skating here too. No, they're buoys. Never mind. They're not buoys, but whatever they call those. But yeah, they kind of did a steam train here. There's nobody in it. I didn't actually look inside the cab last time. But yeah, I like they put the Christmas lights and stuff on it, and looks pretty cool. In fact, what time is it? 4 in the morning? Whoa! Wow, sorry about the sound. I just wanted to change the lighting so you could get a better look at the train itself. I mean, it's pretty nicely detailed. I mean, this isn't a train simulator, this is a truck simulator, right? Actually, what's with the date? I don't understand. 1997. What does that mean? I'm not sure what that references. Actually, you know what? Why am I not taking a picture? Duh. This is a pretty great picture by itself. I don't need the whole tree. Let's do like this, maybe? I was wondering if the year was a reference. I mean, I'm sure it is. I just don't know what it refers to. I have to look at their blog, you know, SCS's blog. They probably say something about it. I didn't really read it in detail. Actually, I never looked at the back of it. Alright, so the coaches are not very high res texture. See? Well, at least not all of them. This one has a little bit more detail. Sorry about the sound, guys. I did not expect the sound to kind of get locked in a loop like that when I was changing the time of day. That's a little bit of a weird bug. Oh yeah, there you go. And we did see this on Monday night. I kind of like this little post office. I think it's pretty quaint. The North Star post office. Wait a minute. Did it have the reindeers in the front lawn? I remember something else being in the front lawn. I don't remember these reindeer like that. I could be wrong. I'll check the VOD from Monday. You know, and then they have, of course, the... That's just weird. Now the sound changed again. Alright. I apologize, ladies and gents. That was annoying. Great visuals, but yeah, sound assault. But yeah, they have, you know, nice Christmas trees and stuff. Alright, anyway. So, let me see, what time is it? Alright, I think we're going to make one more trip across the map. To... down here, Chocolate Factory. Alright, let's do that real quick.
Let's do this.
Let's see, which way do I need to go? Because GPS is being a little kooky. Alright, up and to the right. Normally you would see it from a distance while driving. Yeah. Yeah, so you're not... There's certain things you're not supposed to see, like, up close, obviously.
Get ready to turn left.
But, you know, once I modded my cams to give myself that kind of distance, then, you know, Mozzie, I immediately understood why SCS has been so reluctant to give us a free cam, you know, more like we have in, you know, train simulators. Because then there's a lot of things that are not rendered fully, you know, in detail, that they then have to start, you know, rendering. I mean, although they could, you know, just give it to the community with a caveat, but I guess they figure Well, if you really want it that much, you can get a mod for it, which is exactly what I have. Yep, yeah. For anybody else who's interested, I mean, the camera mods that I put on are all just workshop mods. So you can just grab them on Steam and they just automatically install when you subscribe to them. I used to use a lot of other third-party mods, you know, from other websites and stuff, but I've just been, you know, trying to simplify, you know, maintaining my game, so I've switched to all workshop mods. Mozzie said I hacked the config to get the free cam. Oh, okay. Neat hacksaw. Yeah, I actually used to hack the configs on Train Sim World a good bit. I don't anymore because they fixed some of the things I had issues with. But I haven't done any hacking on the truck sims configs. But now that you mention it to me, I think I actually might take a look and see what there is to be hacked. Because there are a couple things I would like to do. Like, for example, Mozzie, I have a in-cab mod where I can turn around now and look 180 degrees behind me and see, you know, more stuff than just be able to go like this, I guess. You get a console as well? Ah, okay. And I actually have one in ATS. For whatever reason, they didn't make one for ETS, or the guy refuses to do it. But you can actually not only turn the camera around this far, but you can literally climb in the back of a sleeper cab and, you know, put the camera basically in a position like you're laying down in the sleeper cab. But again, that's ATS only. But I showed that off a little bit on Monday night. And that one is awesome. I love that one. But I was just sad they didn't make it for ETS. And it's not a new mod. It's been out for a while.
Turn left.
You know, a couple years. But, you know, even so, people on, you know, Steam, you know, the workshop discussion, you know, or comments rather, I guess, you know, I've been begging the guy for, you know, years, like, would you please make this for ETS? And he's like, nah. So, I don't know. Maybe if I start looking at the configs and stuff or different things myself, maybe I'll figure out how I can do it myself. Wow, this looks interesting. I don't remember coming through here before. Oh, hang on a second. What the hell is that? That looks like something hidden over there. Is a cave. Or is that a cave? What the hell? Okay. See, this is why. This is exactly why I had this camera. What's going on here? And you can go inside. Okay. I was wondering, was there going to be an invisible wall? Ah, it is now. I can't go any further. Damn it. I can zoom, but I guess there's nothing more to do. Alright, well, I tried. Why does it have like this purple glow though? What is that? Where's that coming from? Oh, I couldn't go through, but maybe I can come around the back. Oh. And now the, yeah. Now the world is broken. Got it. Found the, the portal to the underworld. I found it. Yeah. All right. That's okay. That looks cool, though. I mean, that's... I don't even know what they did that for. Like, what is that supposed to be? All right, anyway. Just an Easter egg to find, I reckon. I guess so. I mean, if they don't want to draw your attention to it, I guess the they wouldn't put that color on it. But since they don't give us a free cam by default, they don't expect you to go all the way in and look at it that closely. Tell they employed an ex-Pro Mod staff member. Think so?
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, I never did get into Pro Mod, so I'm not familiar with what their staffers, what their handiwork would look like, I guess.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Been here before? I'm not sure I have, actually. Let's take a peek. What's over here? Oh, wait. I passed this way earlier tonight because I missed my actual turn at the intersection and had to cut through this break in the fence right here. Okay, I recognize it now. But that being said, I don't know where we are here. What is this? Mozzie says, I love Pro Mods. They put secret roads and Easter eggs all over. Oh, okay. Well, there's nothing identifiable here. This actually looks like it could be a small fire company. That actually looks like a fire truck. Oh, it is. So this is the fire department here. So what is this building? Doesn't have any identifying marks on it. It's a big shed out back. Oh, we can fly through it. So it's interesting that the fire company here does not have a back door to the garage. Don't most fire companies have two-way doors? You can drive in and out in the same direction, you know? Like doors facing each other. Sorry, why can't, oh, there we go. Must have been stuck in a tree. But I guess they could go through the gate. Okay. But I don't know who their next door neighbor is here. But looks nice even in the backyard here with the lighting. Christmas lights. Alright, well. Oh wait, there's some signs over here, right? I don't really remember what they said. Just Merry Christmas. Welcome to Winter Wonderland 2024. Alright, well, that is another mystery. Nice sweater. And hello, Hypertext Hero. Hello, welcome, and thank you. Yeah, it's my ugly Christmas sweater that I showed off a little bit earlier in the stream. How's trucking going? Good. We had one kind of odd thing here earlier, a little behavior thing trying to hitch up to my truck. But I won't blame that on the truck. I'm going to blame that on me. And that's weird. It's a little clearer when I was further away. When I got closer, the light got worse. That's odd. How about I stay further and zoom from here? Oh, nah, same problem. That's kind of weird. Yeah, let's get up on it anyway. Coach's face should be on Christmas cards. No, not anymore. Yeah, it's weird how it dims in when I get close to it, isn't it? Except when I turn away from it. Oh, you know what it probably is? It's probably some type of camera lens effect because the light is getting brighter, so the iris or whatever is automatically adjusting, the virtual iris. That's probably what it is. See, now it's going to open, but the minute I go down in front of it, it'll close again. Ah, I couldn't time it. We could try. Let's do one more. As a very American thing, family portrait Christmas cards. For some Americans, Dragoon. Not all Americans do the same shit. I mean, I'll be honest, I never in my whole life got to a ritual of sending out Christmas cards. Hypertext, this is actually an ugly Christmas sweater for Trekkies. Literally. Alright, so I'll just show you real quick Hypertext, since you weren't here earlier. I mean, you could just go back at the VOD and look, but I'll show you. Mozzie says, I've got a Motorhead one. Ugly Christmas sweater, Mozzie? Hypertext, wow, I want one of those sweaters. Yeah, I think I got this one on Amazon. Hypertext. I'm not positive because, you know, old man brain. But yeah, I think so. So I'm looking to build a collection of ugly Christmas sweaters. So I just bought this a year ago. So I got this, I think, right before last Christmas. But when I started shopping around, I realized it's not just enough for me to buy just, you know, your run-of-the-mill ugly Christmas sweater. I realized what I really want is ugly Christmas sweaters for geeks. That's what I want. So when I saw this, it was like, that's me. I got to buy that immediately. So I'm still looking for some more. But yeah, they all have to be, you know, geek themed in some way. That's going to be my niche. And man, there used to be a really cool website for all things geek that kind of died off a few years ago. I can't, what was the name of it? Think Geek. So yeah, Think Geek would have been the type of place I would have went like right away and got that, but they kind of shut down. So I'm looking for other sources. So if anybody else has any recommendations for where I can find more ugly Christmas sweaters for geeks, let me know. So Mozzie, yeah, it makes sense that you had you know, something music related. Where did you find yours? Okay, so this is the... Oh, and there it is! This is what I was looking for the other night. The train at the train station. Is it going to stop? Oh, it's not actually going to stop. Damn it. Sorry. What did I do? There. Turn it off. There we go. But yeah, Monday night we came across this train station, which looks really cool.
It's all over now.
And we waited here for I don't know how long because I was trying to wait to see if I could get a photograph of the train station with the train, you know, at the station. But it never came, at least in the time that we waited for it. But now that I'm, you know, the minute I arrive, before I'm settled, we get one pulling through the station. So, oh well. But yeah, I think this is a cool looking structure. You know, kind of quaint, old-fashioned train station. I didn't really zoom around and look at it in that much detail Monday. We looked at it, but I don't think I zoomed real close into it. Mozzie says there's a site called EMP here in the UK. Oh, okay. Scott says there's a Merry Truckmas one on Amazon you'll like. Oh, yeah? Okay. I'll check that out as soon as the stream is over, which is going to be very shortly. Thanks, Scott. What are these signs back here? I saw that. Oh, same ones we looked at earlier. Can I get any closer and still? Well, I guess I can, but not going to get much better. All right, never mind. And there's nothing else around here to share the frame. Maybe this tiny little almost Charlie Brown tree over there. Oh, speaking of which, if anybody was curious, the break music that I've been playing tonight is from a Charlie Brown Christmas soundtrack. Yeah. Oh, I can get this, the signs with the Northern Lights. I guess, maybe. And a little Charlie Brown tree. I'm not a great photographer. I even took a professional, well, I took a photography class with a professional photography studio a few years ago, trying to get better, but yeah, it didn't take. Scott says, Star Trek, the original series, Merry Trekmas sweatshirt. Thank you, Scott. Can you whisper that to me, please? I'll take a look at it after stream. Thank you. Oh, shit. Yeah, thanks, Scott. I got that link. Thank you very much. All right. All right, ladies and gents. So I believe we have done our last delivery on stream for the night. And I think we're going to wrap it here. All right, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much. I really appreciate everybody being here tonight. Hope everybody had fun with the stream. And if for those of you I do not see before then, have a great Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays to everybody else. Whatever else you celebrate. Happy Kwanzaa and happy Passover as well. All right. And Happy New Year if I don't see any of you, for 2 more weeks. All right, folks? All right, peace, everybody. Take care.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.